Hey, family, thank you so much for joining me. So, I wanted to talk with you a little bit about Love is Blind Season 2. Um, I will try not to make this video too long, but I thought the show is so interesting and unique. And I have been looking at some of the videos on YouTube and wanted to just break down what I saw as far as twin flame dynamics and also the mirrors and um, in the videos that I saw um, where I sort of saw the replays of the wedding days and some of the interactions in the pods and things, and so I thought um, I can start with Iyanna and Jarrette. And then I know that there are some love triangles because there's also Jarrette and Mallory. And I think this is particularly interesting because Jarrette proposed to Mallory and she turned him down. So then he went with the second choice, which is Iyanna, because I think he went with the second choice because I think he felt like a second choice as well. And I think um, part of it might have been about the ego and feeling like, okay, well, if I can't have my first choice, then someone, someone loves me, someone really cares about me. And she did. I think it will be really interesting to see how things are with them down the line, because from what I saw, um, everyone will be able to look at those episodes, the replays of those episodes, and see just the interactions that their partners had or their comments. And I think it might be really interesting for us if they have Iyanna on again, or if she's on some platform, to get to see her take on those interactions that Jarrette had with Mallory, and then for her to know that he sort of proposed to Mallory first and then chose her, because I think red flags came up for her, but I think she was trying to trust Jarrette. And I think later on, I'm sure maybe she's seen his stuff by now. She probably was thinking, oh no, this, my gut was right, because I think everyone's gut was right. And I think it's unfortunate that a lot of them didn't follow their guts. And I think that's something that maybe I can address in another video, or maybe at the end of this video, to talk about why we don't always follow our guts. So, but I think even, when they all got together in Mexico, I think it was, and they were mingling, at first Jarrette and Mallory were avoiding each other. And then eventually, I think it was Nick that encouraged Jarrette to just go and, talk to Mallory. And I think maybe Nick was trying to encourage him to do that, to say, look, you might see each other again at one of these reunions or some other event. You might as well just clear the air with each other and try to make it, less awkward. And I think Jarrette probably wanted to, and then might have been another one of those times when he was trying to protect his ego, and the ego is strong. So I'm not saying anything terribly bad about Jarrette there. What I'm saying is, for a lot of people, the ego does rise up. And if we're not careful, and if we don't put it in its proper place, it rules our lives often. So I would say it's important for us to put it where it needs to be. But I think Jarrette took it as an opportunity, which I think he wanted to do anyway, to address Mallory and say, hey, I would have got you the ring that you asked for, and Sal didn't. So um, it's kind of it's really tough thing when your emotions are involved in these situations. And since this is one of those situations, one of those shows where the emotions are supposed to be involved, it's really pretty difficult. What I actually might do is make this a series and break down maybe one or two of the relationships on each video, because I think this can get to be lengthy because the relationships are so complex and it's so interesting. So I would say for Jarrette and Iyanna, I would say that this might be a case where Iyanna looks back on this and she might just end up parting ways with Jarrette. I'm not sure if he would break up with her, but I think she might end up parting ways with him because she feels like he's, he might cheat. He's never going to change, however it happens. And so I think we'll just see how that plays out. But I think that was a really interesting relationship. And to see that, and I would say the way that those two might be um, twin flame, possibly with each other, is that Jarrette is facing the second choice and he feels like the second choice. And Iyanna might also feel like the second choice who's facing her, her man, and thinking, having doubts about it or thinking he might be the second choice as well. And there might actually be someone else in her life that's her first choice. And she did not end up with him for whatever reason. So I think this is an interesting couple. But I will move on then to Shane and Natalie, because I think they're also an interesting couple. Actually, what I am going to do is just break this down into several videos. And so this is the first video. So this is going to be Iyanna and Jarrette's break down their dynamics. I think maybe the thing that Iyanna might also do, if we're talking about the mirror dynamics, is she might believe that she is a second choice, that she might believe that she's not the best, not her best. And so as a result, she might end up falling into situations like this one where, even though her gut tells her that she's not, the number one choice, or this man might not be completely honest with her, she still goes with it. And so she's seeing someone else do to her what she's doing to herself. So I will go ahead and wrap this video up. I just wanted to thank you again so much for joining me. It's been a pleasure to be with you to do this breakdown of Jarrette and Iyanna's relationship. I look forward to talking with you for more of these breakdowns. And hopefully I hear from you about your own experiences with twin flames, mirrors, or whatever they may be. And see you soon. Okay, bye.